Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome from Mercedes-Benz to all of you. What a day to come back to the BIC as we have some excitement announcement and a great hot product, a very special AMG that many of you have driven already and we are going to unveil it soon. Well, the temperature of the track is on the rise since morning with this special AMG and many of its siblings. And also we have risen the bar with our sales performance. To tell us more about our strategy, our key initiatives, may I invite Santosh Iyer, Managing Director and CEO of Mercedes-Benz India, to come on stage and share his thoughts. Santosh, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, friends, and to all of you here. Some of you have already enjoyed, some of you are going to enjoy the track, but I think it's a great feeling to be here. It's also exciting to host you at this time after a big gap. Actually, we were very active on the circuit pre-COVID, and I am sure there is a lot of excitement stored in the future also. Well, the launch today speaks volume of the momentum that we have created in 2022 as well as our first quarter. But today is also special. Today, I completed 100 days in my office yesterday. Oh, thank you. And the 100 days were also in true AMG style. In fact, the 0 to 100, I can say 2.9 or maybe better, let's see. And that's what today I thought it's a right time to also share. We met on 5th of Jan in Delhi for the e-Cabriolet AMG launch. And today, what has transpired, what's our performance, and also what is in store for us. So the year began on a promising note. I had a lot of colleagues visiting from Stuttgart. Some of you have met them, some of you have read about them. I had the Jörg Butzer, he heads our global production. He's a board member for supply chain and production. He was part of the 1.5 lakh car made in India rollout that we did it in Chakan. The next one needs no introduction. Our top boss, Ola Kalinius, he was here. His clear message was India is a key focus for Mercedes-Benz AG. It plays a pivotal role in the future of the car industry, and it was very encouraging comments coming from him. Not only that, he also introduced B-Visioners. I will talk about it a bit later. It's a sustainability initiative for the first time in India. And last not the least, I had my boss, Matthias Lewis, who was here. He was quite upbeat, looking at the development of EVs, what's happening in India, and also the growing prominence of India as a market in the overseas region. So with all eyes on India, I think our strategy becomes more relevant. And this chart I shared with many of you when we met on 5th of Jan for the Cabriolet launch. This is our strategy for India, our clear motto being desire for the extraordinaire. Of course, we are the most desirable brand. Our customers are extraordinaire. How do we now bring all of this together? And I presented the 6 pillars of our strategy. What I will do in the next couple of slides is to give you an update. What happened in Q1 in each of the pillars? What have we progressed? What are we doing here? So let me start with the first one, and this pillar is think and act like a luxury brand. Driving a Mercedes-Benz is an extraordinary experience for our customers, and also a part of their ownership cycle is also about how do they purchase cars, how do they service the cars, and therefore transforming the retail was very important for us to give this luxury experience. What you see here in this slide are the transformed retail outlets, which we call it as MAR 20X. We introduced 3 such touch points in Q1. We started with Kochi in Jan, we moved on to Coimbatore and then Chandigarh in March. So 3 launches in the first 3 quarters, revamped showrooms. If you see, they are all modern architecture, really able to give a luxury experience for our customers. While retail is important frontier, the complete brand experience can only be done with emotional driving experience for our customers. So we were able to get our customers to the North Pole for an exclusive curated driving experience on their favorite AMGs, and this is something again very priceless. We had different levels here, the basic, the pro. I'm happy to share some of our customers even went for the top pro experiences in the R-Clog in Sweden. Also back home in India, we had our famous Mercedes Trophy. This did the 23rd edition, more than 2 decades, 3,000 customers played in 10 cities across India. And I'm also happy to say that, you know, we had a winner of the Mercedes Trophy last year was the 2nd place in the world final. So we have not only customers loving AMG cars and performance cars, but we have also customers who are good golfers who are able to win the world finals here. AMG Driving Academy, this also made a comeback. 2 weeks back, we were exactly here in the same circuit with some of our cars. We had expert races, guided tour. We saw an overwhelming participation from many of our AMG customers. They came from across India. They had a go on the track with their cars and also with some of our cars. Well, what's the next pillar? It's about profitable growth. Now let me share with you what happened in Q1, and here I'm quite happy to share these numbers with you. The first quarter, we have now the best ever fiscal. This is the fiscal year April 22 to March 23. We did 16,497 cars. We delivered these cars. We also, this translates to a growth of 37% year-on-year growth. But this is not enough. The first quarter is also the best ever Q1 we had in our history. We delivered 4,697 cars, 17% growth in Q1, again coming on a very big base. So I think we are really thankful to our customers for their love for the brand and a great quarter behind us. As always, the sedan offensive continues. We have our C-Class and the E-Class here. They are segment leaders. It clocked a strong growth of 27% between the C and the E-Class as such. Well, let me also tell you that as leaders in this market, our responsibility is also to grow the market and see how we do it. And here we have our own sister concern. I would say this is the Mercedes-Benz Financial Services, who play a very big role in getting customers closer to their dreams. Let me share a small film and maybe then I will explain what are we doing differently with them. Can we have the film, please?
What if I told you that dreams do come true? When you believe in magic that the world sees in you. Do you believe in magic of dreams that do like magic? Believers make it true. What if I told you that dreams do come true? When you believe in magic that the world sees in you.
Every dream needs a little magic. Welcome to the world of Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Of the dreams that come true.
Drive your dream to reality. Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Visit mercedes-benz.co.in to know more.
Well, so that's an emotional film. It's actually the real story of many Indians who aspire the three-pointed star for many years and they live up to their dreams. Now, what do we do with Mercedes-Benz Financial? So to start with, being the most desirable brand in India has its own advantages. The advantage is when these cars after 3 years, 5 years go to the market, they also have a very high residual value, which means the RV. Now, let me also give another example. When we launched the EQB and the GLB 3 months back, here we committed to the market that the residual value of both the cars will be the same. This is again to take away the anxiety whether the residual value for an EV comes down. And so these are examples that we are able to command a very big premium when it comes to resale of our cars. But then the question is, how do we translate it to a new car purchase? And here, let me show you a simple example here just to give you a perspective. So, this is an illustration about a C-Class where a customer buys it around 60 lakhs is price of the car. In a normal finance, somebody pays close to 9 lakhs, there is a tenure of 36 months and then the monthly installments are close to 1.5 lakhs. What we have done is, we have come up with a product called Star Agility Plus. Now the plus is for maintenance packages also. Here, what we do is, because of the high residual value, so if you see the residual value of this car is close to 40 lakhs, we tell the customer you only pay a lower down payment. That's the first benefit. Second benefit, we have crashed the EMIs to 69,990. So almost 50% reduction in EMIs, which makes a customer afford and get into his dream car. And also with this, we have taken away the entire anxiety of maintenance by clubbing the maintenance package as part of the finance offering. So a customer can use the car for 3 years. At the end of the 3rd year, he can exchange it for a new Mercedes-Benz, maybe an EV this time, or maybe a different car model, or he can refinance it. He just tells MBFS, I want to own this asset for another 2 to 3 years, please refinance it to me. Or he just walks into our dealership, hands over the car to our franchisee partner and walks away. He doesn't have to do anything. So these are solutions tailor-made for India, trying to see how can we improve, how can we increase the pie, how can we make these cars also going to a larger segment of customers. Coming to top end, I think this is a story which really touches us, which also brings a lot of attention to India. The structure of the market has changed, and I'm happy to say here that in Q1, this segment saw 107% growth. We have almost double our share in the TEV segment. And this comprises of GLS, Maybach, the AMG, S-Class, EQS, and so on and so forth. What it shows us is India is changing. The luxury customers, the Mercedes-Benz luxury customers are changing. They now prefer sustainable and high-end cars from us. This is very different from how this market and our segments looked a couple of years back. So that's very clearly a very positive step and shows a maturity in the overall luxury car market. Also, when you look into this, what are we doing? Ironically, these cars have the highest waiting period. So what we have done is, we have tried to get more allocations for all the popular TVs, the GLS Maybach, the GLE. We are trying to cater, we are trying to reduce the waiting time, and this is an ongoing, you can say, endeavor from our side. Also, this explains why we are launching the second AMG in this year, because this is the segment where there is growth, this is the segment where there are active customers. Moving beyond sales and cars, I think our customer service colleagues are also really focused on the TV segment. For the first time, we have identified in the phase 1, 8,000 customers who will get a dedicated account manager to take care of their needs. It's a single stop shop. They have multiple cars for servicing, for anything that they need to buy a car. There will be a key account manager that's being assigned to these customers, and we will move on with this concept and actually cover the entire base over a couple of months and years. Well, the fourth pillar, moving on, is embracing customers with seamless journey. Again, we are trying to do something interesting here. So what we believe is in perfecting the CX and not just the car. For us, we are fully committed to creating a superior CX using data that also comes out of the car. Now let me explain to you this slide. Many of you, when you are doing a test drive, must have used the Mercedes-Me app. Today, if you go to this app, you have service as a functionality, and if you give all the check boxes, now these check boxes are to give access to Mercedes-Benz to offer you the service. The moment a customer gives access, let me take an example of telediagnosis, what I have mentioned here. This is a simple feature which actually the car is sending data to Mercedes-Benz and telling them the brake pads are getting worn out, maybe it needs a change in the oil filter. The workshop is ready with the spare part, and the customer can book an appointment, and by the time he reaches the workshop, even the parts are ready. So this is something, just a use case or an example on how we are using connected cars and also features like telediagnosis. We have many more. If you see, some of them are always on, like emergency call system, but including over there software updates and many of these issues. So we are really using the data from the car with the consent of the customer to enhance experience. Moving on to the fifth one, leading in electric drive is the most important topic. Many of you keep asking, what are we doing on electric, what are we doing on sustainability? And here, what we do now is also, maybe I will just go back, is, you know, the genesis of the brand was built on the three-pointed star, which is land, sea and air. Aligned to our ambition 2039, this campaign, what you will see in a while, is also reiterating our commitment towards sustainable future. So maybe we can look at the film and maybe I will explain a bit more after the film. Can we have the AV please?
Land, sea, air. This is the story of our three-pointed star. It once started with the vision to be a pioneer of mobility on land, sea, and air. Today, we unite with the elements at our core. To land, we commit. building our passenger cars with 40% recycled materials by 2030. The sea moves us. For instance, by repurposing waste such as old fishing nets. By the air, we are inspired. We will be ready to go all electric by 2030. Land, sea, air. It has always been more than a star. It's a sign of new times.
So what you see in this film is we are moving away from carbon neutrality, from tailpipe emissions to carbon neutrality. Also the plant in Chakan in Pune, which many of you have visited, today produces cars from 100% renewable energy. We have solar power plants there, we also get renewable energy. So we are quite proud that we are also extending this to India. And also when I talk about our dealer network, we will be transitioning 1/3 of them with solar power by end of this year. So a lot of commitment when it comes to what we do in India as well. And let me now share a bit of snippet on this topic on Be Visionaries. So when Ola came to India, this is what we announced. This is a global program that provides thousands of young innovators with training, mentoring, export supports and with scholarship. And when we introduced this here in May 2022, last year of May 2022, we funded this in a very unique way. We actually auctioned the most valuable car in the world. This is a 1955 300 SLR Coupe for 135 million euros. So what we did is we auctioned the car, raised 135 million euros, and this entire program of Be Visionaries is being funded from the auction of this car. This will fund projects in the areas of environmental sustainability, decarbonization, and they will be mentored by impact mentors. So it's just not about funding, it's also about being with the selected participants. I'm happy to say that there are 35 participants from India who have been selected. We are mentoring them, we are building with them, and we are trying to realize their goals on sustainability by not only funding them but also mentoring these individual candidates. Also on the product side, you know, we are restless. We launched the EQB 300 and after that we said what next? We also introduced the EQB 350 now, and this is a car which comes with more power without compromising on the range of the product. So these are silent things that we continuously keep doing so that we are able to give more value to our customers. Finally, I think last not the least is also about future ready people. We are a luxury brand. We are very conscious that we need to deliver a luxury experience for our customers. And here, people being the backbone, what we did, and this I announced it in Jan, we tied up with IIM Ahmedabad. But what you see here is we have already started this program in Ahmedabad. This program is specifically curated for a set of our employees and for dealer-facing staff. We need to build professional network. And this is something that we are doing along with IIM Ahmedabad. It's a one-year program where we are able to really professionalize them and with guidance of experts. Further, what you see here is in the month of Jan, we had around 196 dealer staff. These are people working in our automotive dealerships who went to Spain. They saw new products, they saw new technologies there, and almost 30% of our dealer members were there in Spain. Again, it's all about exposure, all about telling them about the product and also telling them about what technology is there as such. So with this, I think I conclude my corporate update of the first 100 days, what happened in Mercedes-Benz. But now it's also time to move on. Today we are here, we know we have done a lot on AMG side. We have the driving academy, the AMG paddock club, and we are also strengthening the TV offensive. So today is our first plug-in hybrid, which is an AMG in India. And before further ado, I would actually introduce my successor to Lance Bennett. He has taken over sales and marketing role. Lance is a Kiwi. Many of you met him. Some of you have already interviewed him. But he is not here to play cricket. He is here to steer the sales and marketing function. And he is a big, passionate follower of AMG. So I couldn't think of anybody better than Lance to explain the product and the car. Lance, welcome and over to you.
Thank you, Santosh. Welcome, esteemed members of the press. I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. Just seem to have some technical glitches here. So welcome to our first ever performance hybrid, the new Mercedes-AMG GT 63 e-Performance. With this vehicle, we are transporting our Mercedes-AMG DNA into an electrified future. This is our step, or should I say, giant leap, towards the future of driving performance with electrified powertrains. Let's take a closer look at the exterior. The front of the car can be identified by an expressive design featuring a deep-set bonnet with muscular power bulges, which allude to what lies beneath. The signature AMG grille with vertical fins in chrome and AMG badging, along with the large air intakes, provide a powerful and intimidating front end. The striking multi-beam LED headlamps feature carbon fiber elements which emphasize the dynamic character. From the side, this vehicle can easily be recognized as an AMG GT, with its muscular body and powerful fastback. This vehicle comes standard with 20-inch alloy wheels. The car we have here today has optional 21-inch forged bicolor alloys. This car is also equipped with AMG ceramic high-performance composite brakes, which deliver deceleration values you can count on, even in exceptional circumstances that you'll see here on the track today. The calipers are painted bronze and are an identifiable feature visible through the AMG alloy wheels. Unique to this vehicle is the e-Performance badge in red flanked on the front quarter panel. The rear apron now features an integrated plug-in charging flap. The sound of the 4-litre V8 is channeled through fluted trapezoidal quad exhaust pipes. The extendable rear spoiler enhances the sporty look and can be deployed manually. It's automatically activated also at 80 kilometers an hour. The tilt angle is adjusted to increase downforce depending on the drive mode and speed of the vehicle. The cockpit presents the pinnacle of performance luxury. The AMG flat-bottom steering wheel features control knobs which allow you to adjust the characteristics of the car without taking your hands off the wheel. Additional configurable controls such as rear spoiler and exhaust sound can be found in the V8-inspired center console. 14 interior upholsteries and 4 trims provide our customers with a high level of personalization. AMGs have always been synonymous for their sound, and adding a hybrid powertrain does not change this. If you're on a pure electric journey, it is possible to stage either a subtle or powerful sound experience. When the V8 engine kicks in, sound is controlled by an electronically actuated exhaust flap, which can be opened to enhance the AMG growl. one thing that remains constant in every situation. The acoustics of this e-performance make it immediately recognizable as an AMG. Customers are now able to personalize their driving experience at the touch of a button. This car has 7 AMG dynamic select modes. Electric and race are unique to the e-performance. The electric mode allows you to drive up to 130 kilometers per hour on battery only. The race mode optimizes the car for the track with rapid gear shifts, a sharp throttle response, and tweaks the behavior of the onboard driving aids for maximum performance. The high-performance battery is designed to be charged on the go. It starts when the driver takes the foot off the pedal and the car decelerates. Power is sent back through the recuperation system to charge the battery. 4 different levels of recuperation can be selected from the steering wheel. Each of these settings creates a higher level of recuperation and a stronger braking force. Level 3 makes one pedal driving possible and recovers maximum energy of up to 90 kilowatts. So even the best can still be optimized. The engineers have taken the legendary AMG 4-litre V8 bi-turbo and added an electric motor. This motor has been developed exclusively by AMG and delivers 150 kilowatts of power and 300 newton meters of torque directly to the rear axle. The result is a combined 620 kilowatts of power and 1,470 newton meters of torque, which propels this car 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds. It's also capable of traveling 316 kilometers an hour. All of this power is channeled through the AMG SpeedShift MCT 9G transmission and is sent to the wheels through the fully variable AMG Performance 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. This Mercedes-AMG is the most powerful vehicle to leave Alpha-Altabark. Underpinning this system is the ultra-light lithium-ion battery, which has been developed jointly with high-performance powertrains in Brixworth, England. This company is the engine supplier for Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One. The result is a 400-volt battery like no other. Thanks to an innovative cooling system, all 560 cells are cooled individually and in parallel by 14 litres of high-tech coolant. The pack remains an optimal temperature of 45 degrees Celsius no matter how many times it's charged or discharged. The direct cooling makes it possible to utilise cells and with a very high power density of 1.7 kilowatts per kilogram. This allows recuperated energy collected whilst braking to be quickly stored and reused again when exiting the corner. This is what we call e-performance. The specially developed cells are secured in a lightweight yet strong aluminum housing, which also ensures the highest level of safety. The battery weighs in at just 89 kilos and sits on the rear axle. Charging is via an inbuilt charger, 3.7 kilowatts, and can be charged either at a charging station, wall box, or household socket. Individualization beats the mainstream. With all these options, paint, upholstery, trim, 4 different alloys, there's more than 50,000 combinations available to create a unique one-off vehicle. I'm sure our customers will have an enjoyable experience configuring their dream car. Before I hand back to Santosh, I'd like to share our television commercial featuring the very famous American rapper, songwriter, and founding member of Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am.
I am like nothing you've seen before. I am a new kind of power, a beautiful beast. The result of pure artistry. For those who dare to want more, I am the cutting edge of radical thought, taking everything you can never be taught. Record breakers and game changers, my accomplices to unique creation. Innovation, it's my only tradition. Unplugged and ready to roar. I am the pedal to the floor. I am crossing the line and blurring the lane. I am the original mix that no one can tame. And guess what? I will flip the narrative. I will change the game. I will push limits and transform at will. I am everything but quiet. What? You thought I was talking about me?
Thank you. I'll hand over to Santosh.
Well, thank you, Lance. I think that was an emotive campaign. To be very frank, I didn't know who was will.i.am. I had to check with my kids, but now I know, and I think quite nicely crafted for this car. Today is a day where, of course, we will now see the car, we will also introduce it, but I want to also share, going forward, what we do something special for India. So many of you know about the AMG track pace. Now this is an existing AMG feature which puts your driving skills to the test. The drivers get detailed statistics about their insights to hone their skills. What we have done with our colleagues from MBRDI in Bangalore, we have now mapped the Budh International Circuit so that everybody is able to access it. So in the global now, any car with NTG6 upwards, you can actually select the BIC, get your cars here, hone your skills on this track, and you know, this is something again specific. Please check it out. It's there on the cars which are there on the track. So that's a new announcement. The second thing, you know, these cars are all about emotions. And when we talk about emotions, we will be for the first time ensure that all customers who book the AMG GT 63 SE will get their keys handed over by none other than Lewis Hamilton. So this is, we have rolled this out for Q2. We don't know the amount of bookings that comes in, but that's again a truly money can't buy experience. So when we talk about customer experience, we mean it. We want to give our customers beyond cars, and it's more about memories, more about something that they can cherish. Of course, the car is great, but what can we do beyond that? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot put a price on the ultimate performance, but yes, for commercial reasons, we need to do this. And therefore, the price of the AMG GT 63S e-performance starts at 3.3 crores in Indian rupees. And of course, this will be available. There is a standard 3-year warranty on the car. There are service packages for as we do for all these cars. So thank you once again for all your support. Enjoy the day on the track. Let's now move on to see the launch of the car. Shekhar, over to you.
Thank you, Santosh. Thank you, Lance. And that was indeed very insightful, crisp presentation. Now, for the moment we have been waiting for, the car, of course, is not here. But for all of you, all the 16 cars, the highest number of AMGs for a photo opportunity we have created for you. So thanks all again to all of you for your time and attention. And we now move to the track. You can take your time. We have around 5 to 7 minutes. And then the entire fleet of AMGs will be presenting and unveiling the GT63 performance. So with that, thank you so much. Have a good day. And thanks for your time.
I am like nothing you've seen before. I am a new kind of power, a beautiful beast. The result of pure artistry. For those who dare to want more, I am the cutting edge of radical thought, taking everything you can never be taught. Record breakers and game changers, my accomplices to unique creation. Innovation, it's my only tradition. Unplugged and ready to roar. I am the pedal to the floor. I am crossing the line and blurring the lane. I am the original mix that no one can tame. And guess what? I will flip the narrative. I will change the game. I will push limits and transform at will. I am everything but quiet. What? You thought I was talking about me?